Have you ever found yourself doubting your abilities, second guessing your choices, and just feeling like you're not enough? You're not alone. Women all around the world struggle with self-confidence. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to stay that way. In the video today, we're uncovering the real reasons why women struggle with self-confidence and, more importantly, the steps that you can take to regain your power. Hi lovely ladies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Loice. I make videos around femininity, self-confidence and personal development. So if that's something you like, please continue watching. Before we dive into how to change your self-confidence, we have to unpack the real reasons why we struggle with self-confidence in the first place. The big elephant in the room is society, societal expectations. From a very young age, we are told so many things as women. We're told, oh, you can't be too loud. You can't keep putting your hand up in class all the time. Oh, you can't be too boastful. Oh, you can't tell everybody the good things you're doing. And this, while it seems very little and small comments, they build up into something bigger. They make you know to minimize yourself and become someone so small that you could literally sit at a corner and nobody would notice. And you don't see this with men. You meet a guy, he'll tell you everything he's doing, and the moment you go to see the thing he's doing, you're like, it's actually not that big, but he makes it look so big because they've been told to show their work, to take up space. We're told the opposite. We're told don't take too much space because where will your husband take the space? I was laughing with my cousin the other day. We were talking. We were talking about something similar, and I was telling her, oh, do you remember we used to be told that, oh, if you eat all the meat, what's your husband gonna eat? If you don't know how to cook, who's gonna marry you? It's like, is our life just about that, and we don't have things that are about just ourselves? If I want to eat a lot, let me eat. If I don't want to know how to cook, let me not know how to cook. But these things suppress you, and over the years you just become a shell of yourself without even knowing it. It's just eating into you. Every time someone says it, you're like, oh yeah, maybe that was too much. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have raised my hand in class. It just keeps making you smaller and smaller. And how many times have you apologized for things you didn't even know you did, or things you didn't even know you should apologize for, but you've been made to feel so bad? Like, I have a seriously bad example. Like, for example, in family groups on WhatsApp or whatever, anytime you say anything, at least as a girl, it's like she's always complaining about something. You're actually giving constructive input into this family, but everybody wants you to be small, to be quiet, to be calm. Don't bring up all the difficult topics. Let's only talk about the good things. No, this really makes you shrink and shrink and shrink. I'm someone who cannot carry things on my shoulder. If I have something to say, I want to say it. And if I'm not saying it, I feel like that's a disservice to me. So this is one of the biggest things, society and its expectations on women. It just expects women to be small, submissive, and in a corner. And how many times have you had guys say that it's her fault? Look at what she made me do. Men are always telling you something you need to change. Society tells you something you need to change about yourself. But this is just you. So then you continue to remove things from yourself that are authentically you. And slowly by slowly you're eroding away and remaining as a skeleton of someone. The second one is the fear of judgment. How many times do you ever think that, oh, what's this person gonna think of me? What are they gonna think of me if I do this? What are they gonna think of me if I do that? What are they gonna think if I don't do this? You know, like you do things for the gratification of others. But those other people are also minding their business and having their issues, thinking of who is going to think of this when they do this and that. So all of you are thinking the other person is spending all their time just watching them, and nobody is watching you. You need to live your life for you. You know, you need to make your choices for you. You're good enough. You're great enough. You need to make your choices for you. Stop thinking about what other people will think. I know social media now really puts a pressure on people thinking that someone is looking at them. But I will look at a photo of you for a second, think nothing of it, and move on. But you think, oh my God, I can't post this photo because what are people gonna think of me? Or I can't post that my video because, first of all, when you post your video, nobody watches it. This is the reality of life. Nobody cares about you. Everybody cares about themselves. We need to get into a space where we know that. It's very important. This fear of what people will say often paralyzes us. You keep second guessing yourself, you keep postponing your dreams, you keep postponing the things you want to do, all because you think, what are people going to think of you? I want you to know, nobody has space to be thinking of you that much. You need to get that. The third one is internal criticism. We are our worst enemies. We often think, oh, I'm not good enough to do this. I don't deserve this enough. I'm not talented enough to be doing that. No, you are talented enough. You are good enough. And if you're not good, you're not going to get better by not doing. You have to keep doing. You have to start doing. You have to start trying. No musician woke up one day and was Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey started singing and singing and singing, and she got better. So you need to start doing things for you to develop into those things. You may not be perfect enough on day one. You'll be better on day 100. That little voice in you that tells you you're not good enough or you're not too talented, you need to check it immediately. You are good enough. Or I can do better, I can try. If you tell yourself, who do I think I am to be doing this? My God, you will go nowhere. You will continue to be in the same place. You need to be kinder to yourself. Give yourself grace. And even if you do something and you're actually not good enough, sometimes you're just not good enough. You need to give yourself grace and say, you know what, at least I tried, and that's not for me. That voice inside, you need to start challenging it. Every time you think, I can't do this, why? Why can you not do it? Or I'm not good enough. Why are you not good enough? Why is someone else good enough to be getting all the accolades? Why is someone else good enough to be getting all the things you want? You're good enough. And if you're not, what are you doing about it? You need to actually take accountability for everything, and you need to give yourself grace because you're not good at everything, but you can do things to get there. So there you have it: societal expectations, fear of judgment, and our inner critic. So how do you reclaim your self-confidence? We need a mindset shift. Now let's dive deeper into mindset shifts that can transform your self-confidence. Self-confidence is not something you're born with. It's something you can cultivate, and with the right attitude and strategies and consistency, you can achieve it. You can be a very confident person, and confidence is not arrogance. It's just you being confident in yourself and your abilities. The first thing is reframe your inner dialogue. That inner critic, that little you, you need to reframe that. You need to catch thoughts as they go through your mind and ask yourself, challenge it. Is this a fact that I actually can't do this? For example, I can't sing. That's a fact. Or is it a fear? Am I fearful of, or maybe what people will think when I sing? Or am I fearful of what people will think when I wear a certain thing? Then you need to be kinder to yourself. Tell yourself, I'm good enough. I'm pretty enough. I can sing well enough. If you can sing. If it's just a fear, you need to work on the fear by being kind to yourself, being graceful to yourself, allowing yourself time to grow, to build the skill that you want. Give yourself the grace and the time to actually get results. You cannot be perfect today. You may not even be perfect in a year. Actually, you'll never be perfect, but there'll be improvements, incremental improvements. And when those things happen, when you see the things you can do for yourself, you show up for yourself, you're building confidence every single time. Also, affirmations work. If you really put your mind to it and you believe it, you tell yourself, I am good enough. I can do this. I'm capable. I have the resources. I have the time. I have the skills. I can build this. I can do this. And you keep repeating that to yourself instead of telling yourself, oh no, you can't do that. That's too difficult. That's for other people to do or whatever. If you think that way, you'll stay that way. But if you keep encouraging yourself and keep talking to yourself good things, you will get there. The second thing is take micro actions to build momentum. You'll not build your confidence from 0 to 100 today. You need to do things slowly that will get you there. For example, if public speaking scares you, start speaking to yourself in the mirror. Or start speaking in front of your family member that you're comfortable with. Then a little group of the family, volunteer yourself in family meetings to be the one speaking. You're slowly building that habit. And by the time you get to the end, you'll have enough confidence because you look at yourself and think, oh, I can speak in front of people. That's crazy. Let me do that. You can build the confidence about that slowly. So you can do that with any area of your life that you want to build confidence. Be patient with yourself. Remember, be graceful with yourself. Tell yourself you can do it. Every time you do something that you think you couldn't do, you gain confidence from that. I remember recently I spoke at a funeral. I didn't think I was capable. First of all, I have a very soft voice. I'm a very soft-spoken person. And in the last minute, my brother said, "You're going to read this." And I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But I said, you know what? If I don't do it, I'll always think I can't do it. But when I got to the microphone, I was quite okay with it, and I was like, oh my God. And actually, he's the one who was telling me, you're quite good at speaking, so you just do it. He was encouraging me. And when I was done, I was like, oh my God, I can do that. And now I have confidence in myself that I can actually speak in front of people. And I don't even know what told me I could not. It was just me telling myself so. The third thing is to practice self-compassion. This is often overlooked by so many people. Self-compassion means that now that we started taking small steps towards what we want to do, for example, to build our confidence, and then you fail, right? You need to be so gentle with yourself. Look at why you failed and find that as an opportunity for growth, because the next time you can do the same thing, but change the little thing that made you fail and do better. Instead of saying, I'm not good at this, you can say, I'm not good at this yet, because you're working on it. You're not going to be good from day one. You're going to be good one day, but just not from day one. So you need to give yourself that space to grow. So, gosh, I'm not good at making YouTube videos. I struggled with YouTube videos in the beginning. I still do, to be honest. But every time I tell myself, I'm not good at it yet, but I need to keep doing it, because if I keep doing it, then I'll be good at it one day. You look at people who've done YouTube videos for 10 years and you want to wake up, get in front of a camera and speak like them with the same confidence, with the same cadence and everything. It's not gonna happen. But if you're working on it, you're not good enough yet, but you'll get there. And just imagine yourself, if it was your friend who came to you and told you, oh my God, I tried to do this and I failed, what would you say to them? You're not gonna laugh at them, right? You're gonna encourage them. You're gonna tell them you can do it. I know you can do it. I know you can do it because of this, that, and the other. So be your best friend to yourself. Think of yourself as, what will my best friend be saying to me? Or what would I say to my best friend if they had failed at something like this? Be your biggest cheerleader. The final thing I wanted to say is, confidence is a journey and not a destination. I've made an ebook, a 5-step guide to self-confidence and femininity. You can download it from the description box. It talks a lot about the things I've talked in this video today, and maybe you'll find some more helpful tips there. Every time you achieve something, believe me, you build your self-confidence. Don't let anybody tell you you're not good enough to do something. Don't let anybody tell you to be quiet when you have something to say. Don't let yourself tell you you don't deserve anything. Don't let society tell you what you should and should not do. You do what you want to do. And slowly by slowly, you build your confidence into the woman you want to be. And trust me, the world needs your light, your voice, and your presence. If this video resonated with you, please hit the like button and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.